Hello students. So today we are going to discuss about the chapter 4th part 3. So in the last two chapters we discussed about the transpiration, its definition, then its three types, then structure of stomata, and three theories of stomatal movement. That was the Stewart hypothesis, and the same thing again the second hypothesis, or we can say second mechanism. We are going to study about the transpiration, that is the active K plus transport mechanism, or the potassium pump theory, or it is also known as a K plus theory. So this K plus theory, it was discovered by, or we can say proposed by the Leavitt in 1974. He explained the opening and closing mechanism of the stomata. So according to this hypothesis, the guard cells takes up potassium, that is K plus ions, from the neighboring cells as the stomata opens. So the guard cells discharge the potassium ions as the stomata closes. So this ion transfer may depend on an active transport which is known as a pump in the plasma membrane, which exchange H plus hydrogen ions and the potassium ions. So in this what happened, the neighboring epidermal cells, which we known as the subsidiary cells in the stomata, acts as the store houses of K plus ions or potassium ion for the guard cells. So during this process, formation of malic acid in guard cells takes place. So what happened? So in this process also ATP metabolic energy is required for these reactions. So in this below this reaction we can see that when the stomata is closed, the turgor pressure is low, and after that what happens, when the turgor pressure is high, the stomata is also open. Okay, in that K plus ions and the water is get in the light. During the light it has been taken in, and during the dark times we can say K plus ion and the water has been kept out. Okay, in this also this ATP is needed. So this was discovered by the Leavitt in 1974. So according to transpiration, there are various factors which are affecting the rate of transpiration. So first we'll discuss about the external factors. The first is the light one. So as stomata open in light, increases the rate of transpiration, and as the stomata close in dark, decreases the rate of transpiration. Okay, so the next is the temperature. So increase in temperature increase the rate of transpiration. So next is the wind. So high wind velocity may reduces the rate of transpiration. Wind lower, or we can say when the wind is low, the temperature and thus lowers the temperature, and thus decreases the rate of transpiration. And the next is the atmospheric pressure. When we say about this atmospheric pressure, the rate of transpiration increases as the atmospheric pressure reduces, because it decreases the density of air and allow rapid diffusion of water vapors. So the next part is the availability of soil water. It is the must one. If water is available in soil, so the rate of transpiration is normal, whereas if there is no availability of water in soil, the rate of transpiration decreases, and at last it may be die. Okay, the plant. So these are the external factors. Now there are some internal factors also. The first one is the stomatal frequency. So the stomatal frequency varies from plant to plant, as we discussed in the first part only, and also depends on the environment. So as number of stomata on a plant is more, the rate of transpiration is high. Okay, and if the less the number of stomata, then the rate of transpiration is less. Okay, the next point is the structural peculiarities of leaf. So structure is the main part. Many plants are adapted to reduce the rate of transpiration, which includes the reduction of size of leaves. So we can say example of the xerophytic plants. In some plants, sunken stomata surrounded by hygroscopic hair. Example we can say the nerium or the cycas one. Okay, and also presence of hydrophilic substance such as gum, mucilages. Okay, which makes the osmotic pressure more negative and affects the transpiration rate. Next is the leaf area. So when we discuss about this leaf area, greater the leaf area, greater will be the rate of transpiration. Next is the root shoot ratio. So the efficiency of water absorbing organ and transpiring surface also controls the rate of transpiration. For example, we can say sorghum. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay.